What's up, guys? We are back and it is NBA season. I have 3 different player props for you guys between this slate and also tomorrow's slates. NBA, we are so back, man. Super excited for this. We've absolutely killed the NBA last season and even the season before that, and I'm looking to kill it yet again this season. Let's start off hot here on opening night. So player props I'm going to be taking a look at in today's video are on sportsbooks and also pretty much every single player prop site. But if you guys are not already on Sleeper, right now is one of the best times to join. It is, in my opinion, the best player prop site out there right now, and there's a free square on the board right now like Klay Thompson at half a point. So if you guys want to join Sleeper, link to join is down in my description below, and promo code DOMG can get you a first time deposit match up to $100. I believe it is 18 years and older and available in most states. So let's hop in though and start getting these player props, man. Before we do so though, make sure you guys go and take a look over at the Dub Club, because the Dub Club, if you don't know what it is a messaging service that sends all of my entries that I make to you via Discord, the Dub Club post notification, the app right there, email, and Telegram. I've sent my plays out to over 1,700 subscribers for a bunch of different sports, which include the NBA, NHL, MLB, and the NFL. We've killed it pretty much week after week. We already cast a free square over on PrizePicks. By the way, I didn't even mention this quite yet, but my plays come for 5 different player prop sites. That includes mainly PrizePicks and Sleeper, but also Underdog, Parlay Play, and Chalkboard. And most of my plays do also are also available on Sportsbooks. So if you guys want to go ahead and join right now as well, one of the best times to do so, we just continue to cash like pretty much week after week, man. If you just take a look at my Twitter, I highlight a lot of my wins there at DOMG Props. But if you guys want to see right here, this is just a receipt for me right here, because a lot of people like to show off their pickets and things like that where you can manipulate unit sizes. This is just straight up PrizePicks lifetime net winnings, dollar amount over $5,000. You can see right there. So my lifetime net winnings on PrizePicks are over $5,000. So that's how you guys know I'm reputable compared to some of those other people out there. And that's a lot of NBA W's in there, by the way, including a $1,500 W last season, I do believe. So we've had a lot of huge W's for sure, man. But if you guys want to join, you get all access with the link down in my description below with a special offer. It is 2 months for the price of 1. You're only paying for 1 month, yet you're getting 2 months. That's all access. That means every single sport. The second offer, though, that you guys can also join is NBA. You're getting 42% off of your first month. That's $5 off the first month. It is only NBA player props for only 1 month, but that's another offer right there. It's going to only be $7 for your first month. Otherwise, like I said, all access. You're paying only for 1 month, yet you're getting 2 months, and that's for all different sports. So that's pretty much going to do it, though. With that out of the way here, kind of a longer intro, let's just hop in and start talking about these player props today over on Sleeper. Let's get it started here. So I'm going to talk about the Klay Thompson pair towards the end of the video. That's going to be the last thing I talk about there, and it's also my favorite play of the entire slate, by the way. It's going to be that pair for Klay Thompson. But let's start with your player prop number 1 here on Tuesday here. We're going to go with the Phoenix Suns and the Golden State Warriors game. And I'm going to scroll down here until we find not the free square, but I do like Klay Thompson over 19.5 points. He's not available on Sleeper right now because he is at half a point, but he is available on every other player prop site. That includes, PrizePicks or Sportsbooks, anything like that. If you're looking to play him just on Sleeper for whatever reason, I don't mind his 25.5 right there PRA, but on pretty much every player prop site, just not Sleeper right now because of the promo right here with him being at half a point. He is at 19.5, and I do like Klay Thompson a lot over 19.5. So like I said though, 25.5 PRA is good to me as well. But let's take a look at why I like Klay Thompson so much in this game against the Phoenix Suns here. So let's pull this up here. This is Klay Thompson's game logs. You can see right here, and just how many points he's been scoring. You can see right here. This is just from the regular season. This is not including the playoffs, by the way. But he was over this in 54% of games in the regular season. So 54%, not terrible right there. But that moves from 54%, by the way, to 63% at home. And the Warriors are going to be at home today against Phoenix here. So nice little 9% increase right there when playing in home games. So I really do love that a lot. But one of the reasons here I like Klay Thompson is, number one, there's going to be no Draymond Green today. That should free up a little bit of points right here for Klay Thompson, get the ball in his hands just a little bit more. And the Suns have a weakness, though, against the shooting guard, which is one of the main reasons why I'm playing this here, because the Suns are a decently good defending team for sure, but not really against opposing shooting guards here, because you have Wiggins playing small forward here likely, and then you have at point guard, of course, Stephen Curry. But particularly how the Suns have really been there, they're allowing the 9th most points per game to opposing shooting guards. That was from last season, by the way, of course. No stats for this season quite yet, but they allowed the 9th most points per game to opposing shooting guards last year. So I think it should be a great matchup here for Klay Thompson. He has a pretty damn good track record against the Suns, by the way, as well. He's over in both of his last 2 career games against the Suns. The other game he went under was on the hook right there with 30 minutes. And the other game, that was just a complete whack of the game. Shot 12.5% and had only 19 minutes in that game. It was a completely weird game right there for Klay Thompson. But last 3 games year, he has been very, very damn good here. And, you know, he had 29 points on 41.7% right there, that one game there. I think that game might have been without Curry, though. I do want to say that. Actually, no, I think it was this 38-point game. It was without Curry. I think with Curry, he shot 41.7% and still went over. Absolutely cleared that right there with 29 points. So I think Klay Thompson's in a great spot because, like I said, no Draymond Green. It's a great matchup, and he's going to be at home today where he sees a great increase. So that's my reasoning right there for playing Klay Thompson over the 19.5 points. And like I said, I do also like him over 25.5 PRA, but I do definitely prefer that 19.5 points for sure, man. So let's move on to player prop number 2. What is my pair for Klay Thompson here? Not the free square pair, but the other one that I'm liking for the slate here. Because like I said, we're going to do 3 different plays in this video here, including the Klay Thompson pair. But we're going to go with the Atlanta game here, and I'm going to go with Trey Young over 36.5 points plus assists right there. This one's at a 1.79x, so it's actually favored to go under. We're going with not necessarily a plus odds prop here, but it is a little bit favored here to go under. But I do like Trey Young a lot here over the 36.5. Was a beautiful number at 35.5, but he did get bumped to 36.5. I still like him right there over the 36.5, and I've already played that with the other player prop that I'll be showing you guys a little bit later here. But let's go ahead and talk about this prop here and why I like it so much. So let's go ahead and pull this up here. Let's go take a look now at Trey Young. So Trey Young here in his points plus assists. This is what he's done in the regular season so far, you know, last year, but he's over in 14 out of 20 games last regular season when the other 4 stars were playing, when they had like their full entire lineup, you know, all the guys that they have on the team, like when DeAndre Murray was healthy, and then you have Clint Capella when he was healthy as well, just all 4 of the other starters when they were all healthy. He was over in 14 out of 20 games. I think that's really helping out Trey Young a lot because there's a lot of different options on the team, and also helps him with the assists as well. So 14 out of 20 games he was over there. And that includes, by the way, 39 on the road against Charlotte, which he's had some pretty good games against Charlotte in his career, but he did have 39 points plus assists right there, which was February 13th with all those different starters playing. If we take a look at the 4 games he had against Charlotte last season, he had 37, 40, 37, and 39. He was over this in all 4 games against Charlotte last year. All these were pretty much sweats, but still this one's, when you play a number as high as it is, like 36.5, it's probably going to end up being a sweat here. But Trey Young, last opening day, he ended up having 36. So we had 36 last year in his opener last season. So we did fall on the hook last year, but I do think it is a pretty good spot here though for Trey Young. I absolutely love this matchup here against the Charlotte Hornets. If you take a look at the points per game that they allowed to opposing point guards, they allowed the 13th most points per game at 24.15 points per game to opposing point guards. Take a look at the assists though. It's a very, very good matchup here. They allowed the 5th most assists per game to opposing point guards last year. So I think it should be a great spot here for Trey Young. I don't mind a little bit of a sprinkle on him to get 10 assists in this game either. I think it should be a pretty solid game here from Trey Young. You know, 27 points and, you know, 10 assists. I think get this one done for sure. And I just think Trey Young has got a lot of upside here against Charlotte. It's a really nice matchup. One of the high over-unders on the slate as well, by the way, at a 233.5. I think it should be a great spot there for Trey Young. Let's move on, though, to my favorite play of all these here. We're going to go over to the Spurs game here. We're going to go over to the Spurs here. Going to scroll down just a little bit here over to the Spurs because I like Victor Wembanyama over 15.5 points here. Going with Wemby here in his opener over 15.5 right there. He's a minus 150 over this on DraftKings right now, but is at a 1.77x on Sleeper. Very, very interesting here. I know the odds for this are not, you know, minus 150 everywhere, but on DraftKings, which is my personal favorite sports book to look at for odds, he's a minus 150. I mean, this is great odds value right now on Sleeper. And just overall, I think Wembanyama is in a great spot here. I think Wemby's going to be in a great spot. I've already played him over 14.5 on underdog. Dub Club has already seen that. He's since been moved, and I like him over 15.5. I don't mind his also over 23.5 PRA as well. I think the 23.5 PRA is in a good spot as well, but I do like the 15.5 points a lot, especially for the price point. So let's talk a little bit about Wemby here and just why I like this prop so much. This is by far my favorite, by the way. Like, I might be playing 1.5 units on this prop, I think is what I'm going to go with here. It depends if this one gets bumped even more though before I'm able to lock in another half unit on this here. But this is going to be my Klay Thompson free square pair, by the way. I'll lock it in here on stream or on the recording here, but this is what he's done in the preseason. I mean, it's preseason, not playing against all the other starters, but still, I don't think it's too terrible to kind of look at here, but you just take a look at what he did here. He had 19, 23, 21, and 21 minutes in these games. He had 20, 23, 15, and 19 points in those 4 games, as you can see right there, like right by my head. So Wembanyama, I think, is in a great spot here, as you can see. I mean, the only game he missed was Houston, where he shot 30% in only 21 minutes and fell on the hook. So I think he's in a great spot here. I think Wemby's going to go off in his opener. He's going to want to have a great game to start off the season. His, like, full game, like, average points per game line is, like, 17.5. Yet this Dallas is at 15.5. You know, maybe they don't run him fully. Maybe they have him on some sort of minute restriction, and that's why this is so low. But I don't see that happening really either. Like, I think he's going to play closer to 30 minutes in this game here, especially with it being his opener. He's going to want to score points, man. So I think Wembanyama is on a great spot here. Love Wemby here, and a really, really nice matchup, by the way, against Dallas. I didn't even talk about the matchup quite yet. That's another reason to absolutely love this player prop. I got to pull this back up here, and we'll take a look at my tool. Here's the FanDuel defense versus position, and we're going over to the power forward here. How many points per game Dallas allowed to the opposing power forwards? Only the most in the entire NBA. I mean, they were just terrible against power forwards last year, and they probably got even worse. They've lost a lot of pieces on that defense. So Dallas Mavericks here, they allowed 24.81 points per game to opposing power forwards last year. He should absolutely eat in this game here. I think Wemby's going to just have a great opening day here in his first career NBA start. So that's pretty much going to do it, though. Thank you guys for watching. Let's go ahead and just lock this in real quick before the end of the video so you guys can just see this here for, you know, whatever reason. It is a $10 max on sleeper here, but that will be $10 to win 31.30. Let's lock that in right there, and boom. You see right there that we have locked in our entry. Klay Thompson over half a point, Wembanyama over 15.5. Not a crazy high payout. Well, something that you guys can add to that, by the way, is that Trey Young prop. That'll bump this up to like a 5.5x. So if you're not really interested in a little bit of a builder right there on like making 20 bucks if Wemby goes over, you can try for like the 5.5x if you want to throw Trey Young in there or whatever else you guys are kind of rocking with. But I prefer to just kind of, you know, take my free square and hopefully end up taking my profit. So thank you guys for watching, though. We are not done quite yet because, again, remember, you guys can go ahead and join the Dub Club and see all of my plays for this slate. We've absolutely killed it the last 2 seasons. NFL has been on fire. NHL is amazing as well. MLB season is coming to a close, but that is definitely one of my better sports. But if you guys want to go ahead and join, like I said, you can do so with the link down in my description below. 2 months for the price of 1 or $5 off of your first month of the NBA player props. And yeah, that's pretty much going to do it, guys. Thank you for watching. I'll see you guys hopefully in the next one. Best of luck. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, all that good stuff. Make sure you play responsibly and at your own risk. And I'll see you guys hopefully in tomorrow's video where we take a look at some more player props on Wednesday.